Hey everybody, I just had to share something with you today. So I was cleaning out my craft room, going through some things because we're getting ready for Halloween trunk or treat. And actually, we're designing a pirate ship. So it's just going to be kind of cool. And we're doing it with my cousin in law. So, anyways, I ran across a couple face masks. So I don't know where you're at in your world if you still have to wear them or whatever. I still do, precaution wise. I'm kind of, a little leery about getting out there and yada yada. But I had to share something really funny. So to let you guys know, when I went for my first injection, I was a friggin' mess. And I mean, my anxiety, I was having panic attack like you wouldn't believe in my head. And I know anybody that has panic disorder, anxiety, what have you, you think the worst, you do impending doom. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to drop dead. At least that's what I do. So I've already, like, in my head, before I got through the door, I've already passed out. I'm sweating to death. It's not a good time. Okay. So, anyways, I was sitting there. I actually had to go to the Rutland Holiday Inn, and I had to go in by myself. That was a lot of fun. So I'm sitting in with these people. We're like 6 feet apart. And yes, see, I did get mine. But anyways, you'll understand why I'm laughing after. So, anyways, I'm sitting there with my friggin' mask on. I'm sitting there like this and can't friggin' breathe, not impressed, talking to the lady, saying, okay, literally telling her I'm shitting my pants getting this done. So I get it done. I'm sitting there like, and I mean sweating, because not only these masks, my husband, they look like thick underwear, but he did the tie dye on them because they arrived white. He did tie dye. He did actually a couple of them. He has this color and this. So I'm sitting there sweating, kind of feeling like I'm going to die. And, then you go check out with this person. They say, okay, you're good. You can leave now. Then they give you your card, your information. And if you have any side effects, you got to call whatever the agency there. I can't even think straight what it's called, but the CDC. So I'm out in the car. Dave's, I'm psyched to take my mask off, and I'm like, this is great. It's done. It's over. I'm good. So I was feeling still, I don't know if, like, after anybody has anxiety attacks or panic, whatever, I always say they're kind of like the same thing, but you get like, you're exhausted for one thing, and then you're all jacked up, but you're like, oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. You're trying to calm down. So I'm sitting there, and Dave goes, yeah, I just don't feel right. He goes, well, let's go grab something. So I think we went to like McDonald's, which is, I know, very naughty for you, but it's the only closest thing in Rutland, that, because with COVID, everything was still basically shut down and it was drive through. So I'm there, and I'm like, I flip down the visor in our car, and I'm like, oh my freaking God, I think I'm having a reaction. And Dave's like, what's wrong? So I look over at him. I'm like, I had streaks like all in my face. I was like, I don't know if something's wrong with my capillaries or what's going on. I think I'm dying. Something's happening. So I didn't know what to do. We were close to Rutland Regional. I didn't want to go running in there. So I was like, no. I was like, if I am having a reaction or something, just give me Benadryl. I shit you not. I think I drank like a half bottle of it. So, anyways, I go to contact, I get home, and I'm like, oh God, I got to let them know I've had a little reaction. Because I know you can have like all kinds of reactions with it. And I thought that I was going to go meet my maker, because I was like, this is it, we're having a bad reaction, so on and so forth. So, mind you, I'm a little sleepy by now. I've had probably a half bottle of Benadryl because I'm having a reaction, and it's really scaring the shit out of me. Dave, bless his heart, he's like rubbing my head, and he's like, we're going to be fine. I'll keep it on you, make sure your vitals are fine, and so on. So mind you, I've already contacted CDC to tell them I have fucking capillaries. Oh, excuse my mouth. I have stuff breaking out in my face. Okay, freaking out. So, anyways, the next day, I think the mask was still in the car. Now, mind you, I've already taken a shower and stuff like that. And I take the mask off and I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? I ended up washing my face and realizing that my husband made these masks, but the dye was going in my face. So here I'm thinking, I already contacted CDC to let them know that it is probably still on their thing. Like my face broke out, my capillaries broke out. But I informed CDC that I had this business going on when in fact it wasn't. It was the mask. And I just had to share that because every time I look at this, I crack up. I'm like, I can't believe I really freaked out that bad. That's how bad my anxiety can get sometimes. It like will get the best of me. But I just had to share that because I was cleaning out my craft room and I ran across these two today. And I swear to God, they look like big, colorful underwear, or, you know, you can use your imagination to whatever you want to do. But I'm calling like the CDC to tell them that the dye did this to my face. And I still haven't even told them, like, it's not the, you know, not the shot, it was the dye from this. So it's just something, it made me chuckle, and I just thought I needed to share that with you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.